If there's one superhero with no shortage of costume changes, it's Tony Stark. Having just one immensely powerful suit of superhuman armor just isn't enough for this guy, who's already displayed a staggering wardrobe of Iron Man suits. Of course, we expect to see him rocking even more interesting accessories by the time Avengers Endgame rolls around. Will Tony Stark wear a suit of Uru metal? And does a seemingly innocuous accessory hold the key to time travel? Let's find out. For Tony Stark, getting all new awesome superpowers is as easy as picking out a new outfit. Okay, maybe easy is a stretch, but he does make the process look pretty simple. With an all-new movie coming up, we expect to see Tony Stark in an all-new Iron Man suit, especially since his last one was absolutely obliterated by Thanos at the end of Infinity War. His next step is probably not wasting away in outer space, but after that, we expect him to get right on the new suit thing. Before we get into the wild speculation portion of the video, we're going to examine some alleged information leaks and see if we can find some clues. Marvel has a history of revealing important information about upcoming movies, if you look at their toys carefully enough, like how they were selling a toy Stormbreaker before Infinity War even hit theaters. By this time, the leak comes from Instagram user 1414 Falcon Fan, who has a history of getting early access to LEGO sets before they hit shelves. Apparently, they got their hands on one which reveals 3 different Iron Man suits for Tony to wear during Endgame. Although we didn't get to see the photos of the LEGO armor, we know that they're probably Mark 1, Mark 5, and Mark 41. You've probably guessed that Mark 1 is the very first armor Tony put together during the first Iron Man movie, and then there's Mark 5, which popped out of a suitcase in Iron Man 2. We've only seen a glimpse of Mark 41, which was one of the many suits Tony created in his post-Battle of New York panic. It's a distinctive black and gold suit, which we saw in Iron Man 3 when Tony was fighting Aldrich Killian. It's hard to say whether we're going to see these suits in flashbacks, the result of time travel, or whether Tony decides to go old school for Endgame by wearing an older suit, but we have a feeling it's probably not that option. Another toy which provides some clues about upcoming Iron Man suits is the Tony Stark Funko Pop figurine. Fans wonder if this suit may have been constructed to let the wearer pass easily through the quantum realm. Further bolstering this theory is the strange device Tony seems to be wearing on his left hand. It matches a device that we've seen before during some on-set photos taken while Endgame was being filmed. Tony Stark, Scott Lang, and Steve Rogers were all seen wearing similar contraptions on one of their hands. One idea is that these devices aid in time travel, since the pictures look like they were taken during the Battle of New York. We've also seen some concept art showing an Iron Man suit very similar to the classic one we're used to seeing Tony wear. Of course, we all know appearances can be deceiving, and you can't always judge a super suit by what it looks like. Even though this suit looks pretty old school, there's a good chance Tony has packed it full of powerful punches. Some also believe Tony may end up wearing the Mark 85 suit. Then there's the idea that Tony may not be solely responsible for his new suit. Some fans believe that Tony will end up with a suit made out of the ultra-strong Uru metal, which Stormbreaker was formed from. If you think about it, many heroes have lost their iconic weapons lately. Mjolnir was crushed in Thor Ragnarok, Captain America turned his shield over to Tony during Civil War, and Tony's armor was destroyed by Thanos at the end of Infinity War. Since it looks like everyone's upgrading, it makes sense for Tony to get a super strong suit of Uru armor capable of standing up to Thanos. In the comic books, Pepper Potts wears her own suit of armor and goes by the name Rescue. Some fans wonder if perhaps the MCU version of Pepper Potts will gear up to rescue Tony, who we saw adrift in space during the Endgame trailer. So yes, Rescue might rescue Tony, but others point out the lack of motion capture dots and the seemingly carefully cultivated photo itself. Many wonder if this was something that was purposely let slip in order to mislead fans. According to concept illustrator Phil Saunders, Rhodey was originally going to have 2 different suits of armor during Infinity War. However, due to time constraints, elements from both sets of armor ended up being combined into a single suit. A War Machine action figure shows the hero in a similar suit to the one that we saw previously, only with a different color scheme this time. But a leaked LEGO set showed a whole new War Machine who doesn't look like he's gonna be pulling any punches. It seems as though Rhodey's wearing a massive mech suit similar to the Hulkbuster. It looks like Tony is not willing to take any chances after what happened last time. Are you excited to see all the new super suits in Avengers Endgame? Tell us which ones you expect to make an appearance in the comments section below, right there. Then click on the subscribe button for more MCU videos from us here at CBR. Thanks for watching.